No one is coming to save you. Those words can be as jarring as they are empowering. They echo through the quiet moments of doubt, the late nights when you're wrestling with uncertainty, and the long days when nothing seems to be going your way. In a world that moves fast, where responsibilities pile up and life's challenges seem never-ending, it is natural to hope that someone else will step in, offer a guiding hand, or rescue you from your circumstances. Maybe you think, if only someone more experienced, richer, wiser, or stronger would notice your struggle and pull you out. Perhaps you imagine that a new opportunity, a new job, or a windfall will suddenly arrive and change your situation overnight. But here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. Because this journey, your journey, was never meant to be navigated by someone else. The realization might sting, but it's also the beginning of true self-empowerment. It's the invitation to become your own hero, authentic, resilient, and self-reliant. Let's step back and consider why we look outside ourselves for rescue. Human beings by nature long for connection, guidance, and support. There's nothing wrong with seeking comfort and wisdom from others. In fact, community and relationships are essential for our well-being. But somewhere along the way, many of us start to misunderstand support. We confuse the presence of others with the solution to our problems. We wait, sometimes indefinitely, for permission, rescue, or validation. We might delay taking action, waiting for circumstances to feel just right. We imagine that some external force, an inspiring mentor, a loving partner, or the perfect employer, will finally recognize our worth and pull us into the life we dream of. But the reality is that you are the architect of your destiny. You harness the power to change your life. And that first step begins with accepting responsibility, radical responsibility, for where you are and where you want to go. Does that mean you have to do everything alone? Not at all. It simply means you stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems or orchestrate your future. Instead, you become an active participant in your own rescue. As you adopt this mindset, your questions transform. Instead of, when will someone help me? You start to ask, what can I do right now to help myself? Taking responsibility is both liberating and daunting. It means acknowledging the role you play, even in situations you don't control. Maybe life has handed you unfair circumstances, heartbreak, or loss. Maybe you inherited setbacks, pain, or obligations. Still, the outcome of your story ultimately depends on what you do next. You can't change the past or dictate every event, but you can choose your response, your attitude, and your actions as you move forward. There is tremendous power in this shift. When you take ownership, you stop giving away your agency to things outside your control. You begin to see challenges as growth opportunities, setbacks as setups for comebacks, and problems as puzzles that your unique self is capable of solving. It is not easy. In fact, the path of self-responsibility is often the most challenging road you'll ever walk, but it is also the most rewarding. Saving yourself starts with small, consistent steps. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight or become superhuman. The process of becoming your own savior happens in the everyday choices you make. It happens when you refuse to let fear paralyze you, when you learn from failure instead of collapsing under its weight. It happens when you educate yourself, seek out new skills, and refuse to let circumstances define your limits. It happens when you decide, with determination and self-compassion, that you deserve more and you're willing to work for it. Begin by asking, what do you really need right now? What are the obstacles keeping you stuck? Be honest. Perhaps you need courage to leave a job that drains your spirit, or maybe you lack the discipline to develop the habits that a new goal requires. Maybe you need to confront a limiting belief or forgive yourself for past mistakes. Saving yourself requires truthfulness. It means seeing your situation for what it is without sugarcoating or blame. Once you see your reality clearly, choose one thing, just one, that you can change today. It might be a single task you've been avoiding, a difficult conversation you need to initiate, or a commitment to get up earlier tomorrow. Commit to that change, however small, and build upon it. Consistency matters more than perfection. As you follow through, you'll build trust in yourself, a trust that grows with every promise you keep and every step you take towards a better version of yourself. Remember, self-rescue does not mean isolation. It means leaning into the resources and community available, not because you expect them to save you, but because you recognize their value as you do the work. Reach out for support, mentorship, and guidance. Learn from others, but always hold the steering wheel of your own life. Let people walk with you, but don't ask them to walk for you. Accepting that no one is coming to save you is not a condemnation. It's a celebration of your own power. Throughout history, every person who has transformed their life has reached this realization in one form or another. They learned to stand up for themselves, for their dreams, and for the life they refused to let slip away. You are worthy of being the author of your story, the hero of your own narrative. So if you're listening and feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or waiting for a sign, let this be the moment you stop waiting. Choose yourself every single day. In the beginning, you may stumble. You may experience setbacks. That's natural. Growth is rarely linear. But each time you decide to take action, solve a challenge, or embrace discomfort, you're building the muscles of resilience. Over time, you'll come to realize that you are more capable than you've ever imagined. You'll look back on the times when you felt powerless, and you'll see how far you've come. The world may not always offer a safety net or a rescue rope, but you don't need that. Not when you possess the will to save yourself. In the end, the greatest gift you can give yourself is self-belief. The conviction that no matter what happens, you can and will find a way. And as you walk this path, you'll inspire others, not by saving them, but by showing them what becomes possible when you save yourself. No one is coming to save you. And that's the best news you could ever hear, because it means the power to change your life has been yours all along. Step forward, take action, and be your own rescue.